All right, well, I'm going to go ahead and start. I'd like to welcome you all to the Multi-Agent Behavior Workshop. Thank you for coming to join us on a sunny Sunday in June. This is a workshop bringing together domain experts in a variety of fields studying interaction of behaving agents. What I'm showing you here is the schedule for the first block of talks, which is primarily in biology and neuroscience. In the afternoon, we'll have a second set of talks in other more human-oriented domains of autonomous cars and sports analytics. This workshop is being run by Northwestern Feinberg School of Medicine and Caltech, and is also partially sponsored by Amazon SageMaker. They contributed to the prize funds for our competition, which you'll be hearing about in the afternoon sessions. So while people are filtering in, I wanted to give a little bit of background and introduction about how we came to be running this workshop. So this workshop started from a pretty simple problem, which was that we were working in a neuroscience research lab at Caltech, and we wanted to automate the process of annotating animal behaviors. We had pairs of mice running around interacting with each other, and rather than having a technician in the lab sit and score frame by frame what these mice were doing, we wanted to automate the detection of bouts of sniffing and bouts of aggression so that we could then study the statistics of those behaviors and the way that animals were interacting with each other. As we started working on this problem in collaboration with the Perona and U labs at Caltech, what we realized was that there were many researchers in other domains who were dealing with similar problems when studying the behaviors of interacting agents. So this problem of detecting interactions isn't just something that is relevant to neuroscientists studying laboratory mice, but in a wide variety of applications, people want to be able to identify actions of interacting agents, predict how agents are going to behave, and build systems that can interact with those agents. So the goal of this workshop was to bring together diverse researchers who were interested in these kinds of problems and discuss the common themes in their work, the common methods that they were using, and the problems that they were facing. So in the workshop, we're going to learn about a lot of applications of multi-agent behavior to study of biological systems, but we'll also see how these same questions are arising in problems of sports analytics and in problems of forecasting behavior of pedestrians and other vehicles in autonomous cars. And generally, in creating the CVPR workshop, our goal was to try to identify different threads in the computer vision research community that were focusing on these problems and identify the tools and the resources that they were using and the challenges that they were facing. So the behavior of intelligent agents is something that doesn't just exist in a vacuum. It's also shaped by their interaction with other agents and by their interaction with obstacles and objects in their environment. So when you have multi-agent scenarios, complex interactions occur between agents, and the behaviors of individuals can't be understood in isolation from what's going on around them. The talks you'll see today come from a common theme, which is that it's difficult to understand behavior in any specific context without understanding how agents are sensing and interacting with other agents and with their environments. So different domains in which multi-agent behavior is applied can have different objectives. In some cases, we might want to understand the fine-grained structure of behavior. We might want to be able to identify particular actions with high precision. For example, in neuroscience, if we're looking at the correlates of a specific behavior, we want to be able to detect that behavior whenever it occurs. We might also want to understand the control policies that agents are using when they're interacting with other agents and the rules that they're following to generate their behavior. In some situations, we might instead not care about the policies so much as the forecasting, so our ability to predict what agents are going to do next and to make decisions based on that forecasting. And we might want to be able to interact with those agents, so create artificial agents that can make predictions about the behaviors of real agents and interact with those agents successfully. So building off of these goals, we have a common set of challenges across subject areas. First, there's the challenge of tracking itself. So what information can we gather about agents as they interact with the world, and how can that inform our models? Then there's the problem of quantification, which is how do we define behavior itself? Is it a set of discrete actions, or is it just a set of continuously evolving features? And then once we've tracked everything and we've detected the individual actions agents are performing, where do we go from there? How do we analyze that data and make sense of what agents are doing in the environment? The final topic that we want to emphasize with this workshop is resources that are present in the community. So these can be things like data sets that are present in different individual subject areas that are used for forecasting or behavior prediction, the models that different fields are using when they're trying to predict behaviors of agents, and the metrics that we use to evaluate how well our models are doing and how well we're able to predict and understand the structure of behavior. So in the workshop today, we're going to see a set of 7 invited speakers plus 3 speakers who were winners of the tasks in our multi-agent behavior challenge, which Jen is going to be introducing this afternoon.